Some dogs are expensive, and then there are dogs that cost more than an actual car. Between massive food bills, endless grooming, expensive medical care, and price tags that look completely ridiculous, owning these breeds is basically a luxury lifestyle with fur attached to it. So today we're counting down 5 dogs only rich people can realistically afford, because these dogs don't just need love and attention, they need a financial support system. Before we start, make sure to check out our selected and recommended products linked down below. 5. Lochin. The Lochin is one of those dog breeds most people have never even heard of, mostly because they're rare, ridiculously expensive, and look like tiny royal lions. These little dogs can cost anywhere from $6,000 to over $15,000, partly because there just aren't that many of them around. At one point, the breed became so rare it was almost extinct, which somehow made humans want them even more, because scarcity turns people into collectors instantly. And yes, the famous lion haircut is real. So not only are you paying luxury prices for the dog itself, but you're also signing up for regular grooming appointments to maintain the tiny medieval king aesthetic. Personality-wise, though, they're actually playful, affectionate, and surprisingly friendly. But still, imagine explaining to someone that you spent used car money on a miniature lion that sleeps 14 hours a day. Human priorities are fascinating. 4. French Bulldog. French Bulldogs are proof that humans will spend absurd amounts of money on a dog that sometimes breathes like a broken vacuum cleaner. These tiny celebrities can easily cost between $4,000 and $15,000, mostly because breeding them is complicated and expensive. Many Frenchies actually require artificial insemination and C-sections just for puppies to be born safely. Humanity really engineered a premium subscription dog. And then come the vet bills. French Bulldogs are adorable, affectionate, and perfect for apartment life. But they're also famous for breathing issues, skin problems, allergies, and overheating faster than a cheap laptop running 47 browser tabs. Still, people absolutely love them because they're funny, expressive, and packed with personality, which is lucky. Because financially, these little guys fight your bank account harder than they fight other dogs. 3. Chow. Chow. Chow Chows are one of the few dog breeds that genuinely look like they're disappointed in you personally. And apparently, that attitude is expensive. These fluffy little emperors can cost anywhere from $3,000 to over $10,000 depending on lineage and rarity. And once you bring one home, the spending definitely doesn't stop there. Their thick coats need constant grooming, especially if you want them looking majestic instead of like a haunted sofa cushion. But the real challenge with Chow Chows is personality. They're independent, stubborn, and sometimes act less like pets and more like roommates who barely tolerate your existence. Training them takes patience, confidence, and occasionally emotional resilience. Still, people love them because they're unique. They've got that rare combination of adorable teddy bear and ancient guardian spirit that distrusts humanity, which honestly is a pretty expensive personality package. 2. Samoyed. Samoyeds look like adorable smiling clouds, until the grooming bills arrive and your wallet starts having stress dreams. Buying one can easily cost between $4,000 and $12,000, especially from high-end breeders. And after that, congratulations, you now own a living snowstorm that sheds professionally. Their giant white coats need constant brushing, regular grooming, and enough maintenance to qualify as a part-time job. Skip it for too long and suddenly your dog starts looking like an abandoned luxury pillow. And then there's the energy. Samoyeds are playful, social, and extremely active, which means they need a lot of attention and exercise too. But honestly, people keep buying them because they look ridiculously beautiful. A clean Samoyed walking down the street looks less like a dog and more like a creature generated by expensive AI software, which is fitting, because owning one can absolutely feel expensive enough. 1. Tibetan Mastiff. The Tibetan Mastiff doesn't just look expensive, it is expensive. These giant lion-looking dogs can easily cost anywhere from $5,000 to over $20,000 depending on bloodline. And yes, people have paid even more for rare ones because humanity occasionally loses all financial self-control. And buying the dog is just the beginning. These absolute units eat enormous amounts of food, need massive space, and come with grooming bills that feel like you're maintaining a luxury carpet that occasionally barks. But honestly, the craziest part is the vibe. Tibetan Mastiffs walk around like they own private security companies and judge your tax bracket on sight. They're massive, powerful, stubborn, and extremely protective, which means you're not just buying a dog, you're basically financing a furry medieval guardian. So yeah, some dogs don't just need food, toys, and attention. They need grooming budgets, medical funds, premium care, and sometimes the financial stability of a small business owner. But despite the insane costs, people still love these breeds because, let's be honest, dogs have a very special talent for making humans completely ignore logic once something fluffy looks at them long enough. Don't forget to check out our selected and recommended products. They might just be the perfect tools to make your life easier when it comes to caring for your pawed friend.